What's up, everybody? It's Ryan here with the Chumpcast. We are live at the AMC River East, Chicago for the premiere of Super Troopers 2. We had a chance to talk to the guys from Broken Lizard, and make sure you go see their new film, Super Troopers 2, coming out this Friday, April 20th. So do you have it written into your contract that you get to make out with one of the hottest women on the planet?
We rotate, and it happened to be I got lucky when it came to my turn.
It was good.
Well, that said, too, there's a lot of nudity of you guys in the films. How do you decide who's getting naked for what?
Again, that kind of rotates too, right? So Kevin was naked in Super Troopers. You got the girl in Club Red, and ultimately it always comes down to one of us. Like, it's going to come to your turn, right? The train's going to stop at your station at one point.
So what have the Canadian people done to draw your ire?
Nothing,
we love Canadians. I travel Canada doing stand-up. I'm from Minnesota, we're trying the Canadian border, so I have a great love for Canada. I think they give in this movie as well as they get.
Personally, I'd rather fuck a moose.
You've played both the heel and the hero between Farva and Landfill.
That's true.
Which one do you prefer?
I like the heel. I mean, the heel's more fun, right? You get to be a jerk.
What do you guys give me if I kill that bird? Farva, that's a bald eagle. Get away, bald eagle!
Which, you know, I'm such not that in real life. That, you know, well, I'll say that. They'll tell you differently, but I'll say that.
Should I shoot him? Who, Farva?
So, we were talking earlier with Eric about how you guys kind of rotate getting naked in your movies.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It's definitely true, because, you know, guys want other people to step up to the mic, you know what I mean? So, like, I did it in Super Troopers, right? And then it's time for, you know, someone else's turn. So we passed the buck to Lemme this time. He took it very seriously.
Absolutely. Is there a certain line that you wouldn't cross as far as that goes?
Well, no, I figured I wouldn't do full frontal nudity, and then all of a sudden there it was, I was doing it in the first one. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, you would disappoint
the line has
somebody.
Been crossed.
Absolutely.
The line has been crossed. There's nothing I can do about it.
So 16 years later, what are you most excited for people to see about this movie?
I think it's just fun to relive these characters. You know, people love the first movie. They've watched it multiple times, and to see those same characters in new scenarios, I think people should be excited about it. Because it works, I mean, I think it's pretty funny, you know, it works out well.
I read online that you've got an upcoming sitcom, Tacoma FD.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Steve Lemme and I wrote this sitcom, and it's basically a firefighter comedy in the vein of Super Troopers, and it's called Tacoma FD. It's set in the wettest city in America, so there aren't a lot of fires to fight. There's just, you know, a lot of screwing around, you know what I mean? So it was fun. We had mustaches for that too, and we shot it, and it came out great. So we're hoping it gets picked up.
So a few of the mustaches come in a little thicker than others.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like a dick measuring contest type thing?
I think it was in the first one. Now it's just we're older, so now we hope we can grow mustaches. You know, I feel like I've been through puberty since then, so my mustache is thicker now. You know.
You had sort of a doppelganger in this. How did you go about writing that in and casting that character?
Well, at first it was just a mention. We never even planned to see that guy. And then I did a comedy show with this guy, Paul Walter Hauser, who people might know from I, Tonya.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super funny guy. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, this guy would be perfect if we saw him. And so I showed him to these guys. It was before I, Tonya, and I was like, this guy's great. And we hired him, and then we kept writing more scenes for him. Like, I think one of them got cut, but he ended up being cut from 0 scenes to 3 scenes. And because he was so good. It was fun.
So as a local Chicago guy, an IO guy, What does it mean for you to be able to come back here and present this film to your fans?
You know, I was here when I was 19, and I took the Improv Olympic classes, and I did stand-up for the first time, so it's a big deal. You know, and Chicago loves their own, and when I come back and do stand-up, it is a much bigger reaction here than anywhere else. And I'm proud to be able to bring a movie back here. I'm really, really happy about that.
We're proud to have you, yes. You had the Eagles of Death Metal score this movie. Can you tell me how that came about?
Paul Soter took me to a concert and said, this is the musical equivalent of us. And I got in that concert, I saw all these women wearing fake mustaches. I'm like, okay. And then they lit into this amazing rock, funk, kick-ass music. And I'm like, I said, those guys have to score our movie. And 3 years later, they did.
That's amazing. So, speaking of the mustaches, is that something you get rid of immediately? Like, you're tired of having it on your face?
The second I call that's a wrap, the mustache is gone.
Mother of God.
Steve, you in particular have a scene in this that it looks like you spent some time working out for specifically.
Yes.
Can you give me a little bit of the background of your workout plan there?
There's a couple things. It's a full nude scene. Nude cartwheels. You see me from every angle. You see things that have never been seen in cinema.
Things flopping, things flipping.
Things.
Don't shoot me, I'm naked.
You got some helicopter going. I'll tell you this, when you have a nude scene like that, that's all you think about. You don't care about the character work. You don't think about any jokes you want to write.
What's my motivation?
No, you got to get in shape.
How does my junk look?
Yeah. And so, on the day, look, at Super Troopers 1, Kevin did a full nude scene, and his junk looked terrible. It was tiny. It was wider than it is long.
We call that a teachable moment. That we're like, wait a minute, you can't look like that.
Yeah, and the grooming was poor. Is the button in the fur coat?
Of course.
The egg at the bird's nest. So I prepared myself. I groomed myself. I put on some hot sweatpants. I fluffed myself. I took care of business. Frank cooperated with Beans, little sons of bitches, but whatever.
You don't have a fluffer? I mean, they don't provide that on set?
Well, in the credits, I believe he's listed as his own fluffer. Yeah.
Mr. Lemme's fluffer is Mr. Lemme.
Yeah.
All right, last question, because they're telling me you got to get out of here. What does Rob Lowe smell like?
Honestly, he's so beautiful that your other senses just shut down.
Great, Tim Hortons ghost.
So the universe goes away, and it's just you and him, and then suddenly somebody's like, hey, and you realize you've been standing in front of him for an hour, and time has passed, and you...
It's your line. It's your line.
It's your line.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of that in the movie.
Hey guys, and that is a wrap. The Super Troopers 2 premiere was a bunch of fun. Again, I will stress it and can't stress it enough. Make sure you go see this movie this weekend, this Friday, this Saturday. Get out there and see this. If you see number 1, you're going to want to see number 2.